Now this video is insane. We've got crazy new information. Essentially, this is a part 2 of my last video, duping in CS2. Now the duping bot accounts that I mentioned have actually been VAC banned. We also look over a 45-minute interview between Ruer, OnlyPixel and myself. We explain exactly how these mysterious people duped and committed credit card fraud through the Sticker Capture 2 on the Steam market. We also explain your duped items, everyone who messaged me and was confused, and we look over the massive Chinese bot farm scandals, spamming the Armory pass, and in particular, the Deagle heat treated, focusing for the blue gem, with 3 days left on that, and an insane profitability. Let's get to it. Last video I mentioned a bunch of unset up Steam bot accounts that had been duping these sticker crafts. Now some of the ones I actually mentioned were banned 2 days after the video, which I think is a big W. Now all the items that were sold and remain in the market and the new buyers inventories, they do remain, they weren't rolled back, but hey, props to Valve for actually VAC banning some of the ones mentioned. Now the last part of the video I mentioned a guy called Ruer, who I said was suspicious at the start because he had the similar kind of pattern with these sticker crafts and the random positioning. Now I do want to correct myself on this statement in this video. After OnlyPixel watched the video on stream, he set up an interview with both Ruer and myself, which ended up being over 40 minutes long. It was a lot of information. I think it was productive. Now during this interview, there was definitely a lot of information dropped, but I want to say there was definitely a language barrier, so every response might have had a little bit of misunderstanding between us both. But I do believe there is a lot of coincidence that points something isn't adding up. In this video that you uploaded 10 months ago, okay, at 1 minute 50, wait, you load your Steam, you change account, and if I quickly pause it, boom, this account is the Chinese little fox that you said you bought in bulk. Why do you have the account that you... To which himself, he says that he did a bulk deal with this guy and then later on bought the guy's account. Now, when I first heard this on stream, I was like, huh? But to be fair, that is my perspective from operating in the West market. In China, it's not uncommon to log into someone's account or even buy their account just to double check the skin's real. I know that sounds like dumb, but that's what they do over there. Now, this is the part that gets interesting. He later explains that people were doing credit card fraud on the Steam market and it's not possible anymore. Now, these mysterious people would spam buy sticker capture 2s, open them all, and if they got the crown, apply them, dupe them, refund, whatever. But as we check the Steam community market, we can actually see, on average, they sell a 300 supply a day. But at exactly 2 AM every single time, for this little, like, short month, they were selling at 10x the usual supply. So they were dropping 40,000 every single day. Now, he mentions he saw this pattern being developed and he basically just bought the capsules on third-party sites and would resell them to these people. Now, whether he knew these people were doing this by, knowing them, or he, again, just saw the pattern on the Steam market, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, you know what? I'm aware of a lot of friends and a lot of people in the scene who do track data and check for patterns and profit from them. So, this could just, again, just be a big coincidence, and he genuinely was just trying to help us. And genuinely thinking about it, guys, if he was the mastermind behind this, he definitely wouldn't have been saying this in a call with OnlyPixel live on stream. Just to reiterate, I don't think Ruer is directly involved with duping. Now, since the first video, a lot of you DM'd me about your dupes, but the truth is, 99% of the stuff you guys showed me is all a part of the 2015 CSGO duping scandal. They only really labeled the high tier stuff with the red duplicate text, so anything you do find, we can backtrack through CSGO Exchange and find that it happened in 2015. Now, because at the time I was looking into him, with his 20 accounts or so, I was looking at majority of these accounts all have thousands of Deagle heat treaters with zero history all being added to his inventory at a certain quantity that not a single player could do. And he just straight up says he has a bot farm a lot of people in China do, which basically just AFK grind the Armory pass and they redeem the Deagle heat treated, which is very, very profitable. Now again, this isn't uncommon in the Chinese scene. He explains, himself and a bunch of other people, they just pay these bot farmers a flat fee, I assume, and they basically get the outcomes. The video on the screen is footage of what these bot farms kind of look like. They were doing it pre-Armory Pass, grinding for case drops, and now, of course, the Armory Pass is out. It's even more profitable than the case drops, that's why they've changed. Now, with only 3 days left remaining to redeem the Deagle heat treated, you might be going, Flary, if I go on CS return on investment site, which tracks the open cases, it says it isn't profitable to open. But when I spoke to the owner of the site, he confirmed that the site only tracks the cheapest of each wear. It doesn't include every pattern, which basically means this is a very profitable way to make money. With the max pattern, pattern 490, the best blue gem selling for 4,900 in factory new. And it took me my second ever unbox. I got a factory 0.0148.
Show me the blue, show me the blue, show me the blue. Full blue. Full blue. Blue. Where is it? Oh my god, that's why we redeem it! That's why we redeem it! For blue! 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 That's a good blue! That's a really good blue! What pattern is that? What pattern is that? What pattern is that? Oh my god! Oh my god! Factory new! Factory new! Point one! Factory new! $600 cash! $800 cash!
Now remember, when you do it, if you only open that deagle once, that's just gambling. That's a one-time draw. But when you do a bot farmer and you're opening thousands along a long span, it is suddenly profitable. Now again, I'm just using Ruer as an example because I've already done the research. But you can find so many of these Steam accounts all mass registering, no history deagle heat treated, and at a quantity where it's impossible for them to just do it by themselves. And the few that have a history you can all see are from a bot farm, as I show right now. Each one that was registered, different unfresh Steam account, whereas all the other ones, if you don't accept the trade offer with a CS float extension, it doesn't load the inventory. I can show you. I bought the #1 op duality, but because the guy didn't register it, it says I unboxed it in my name. That is not true. I bought it on buff, but that's just how that works. Now, using CS float, we can check that 3 accounts all owned by Ruer, 708, 580, and 297 deagles. This is in total nearly 1,600 deagles. If we do 1585 times by 25, that's every single deagle redeem, costs 25 stars. That's a total of 39,000 stars redeemed. Now, when we divide it by 40, which is the pass, that's every pass you can get 40 stars, that's over 990 passes played, which is 15,000 when we times it by every pass value. But the important thing is the hours it takes to achieve this. 39,625 times. A premier game, you kind of get a full circle in a tiny bit. And fuck it, let's call it 30 minutes per premier game. It's probably going to be 40. That's over 1,188,000 minutes. Divide that by 60, that's nearly 20,000 hours straight of playing. And divide that by 24 again, over 825 days straight of playing. Now remember, there's only been 90 days to redeem the deagle heat treated. This is supposed to be a limited edition item, a rare exclusive. Now this supply is genuinely insane. And guys, this is just registered. How many exist unregistered in private inventories without CS float extensions? Now, the reason this is a big issue is because case farming is one thing, right? You get more drops. Technically, that means there's more supply of cases on the market, cheaper cases. But with the Armory pass, and especially the deagle heat treated, when we actually look at the maths, it's insane. Now again, Ruer isn't the mastermind or doing anything crazy. So many people in China especially are doing this. They're capitalizing on the Armory pass, and they're just paying a third-party bot service to provide the bot farming. Take a look at this chain of accounts, all named 0000. As you can see, 5 other accounts on the friends list, all 0000. And each one has around 150 or 200 deagle heat treaters they've just redeemed, no previous item history, which basically means they weren't from a buy order. They are actually redeeming them. Now, this footage I found from YouTube, but the guy basically says this is how the bots work, apparently, and after this footage was recorded, they kicked him from the game, so they obviously don't want people invading. Now, I believe each to their own have different ways of doing it and methods, but just this one, it looks like it's all scripted to one movement, and they all follow it. They all meet up at the midpoint in the map, and then once they're all there, start shooting at each other. Now, I assume the reason they're on casual office game mode is they're using a dead server, a dead time region, and just queuing this when no one else should be queuing, and the odd time someone does queue, they do a vote kick to kick him. Now, in terms of the deagle heat treated, only time will tell. Will the price remain? Will it go up, or will it shrink? Now, there's been a lot of speculation because, of course, the collection is ending in 3 days' time. Train is coming, and Vertigo has been removed. Some people are saying, is there going to be a Train 2025 collection? And it's going to remove the Overpass collection? Is there going to be a new heat-treated skin? Is it all going to be pink skins and we're going to have an entire limited collection with just heat-treated? Or is it just going to remain the deagle? Now, in terms of Ruer, I just want to clear this up once and for all. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he didn't dupe and he had no connection to these type of people. And, you know, there's a few things that look bad, especially when put together. But I'm just going to say it's a coincidence, and that sucks. And perhaps all the silly expensive crafts that he did do was the result of all the profit he's been making from the heat-treated bot farming. And remember, boys, over here in the West, we might consider that really, really bad. But, I mean, over there, apparently it's normal. Apparently, account, like, before you buy something, that's normal to share your account details. And at the end of the day, Valve decides who gets banned, and what rules are broken. And genuinely, if he was doing something wrong, I don't think he would have said as much as he did on the call with OniPixel in front of thousands of people. But boys, I always suggest you get your own opinion and collect your thoughts and listen to the full interview, which OniPixel uploaded. I'll leave that in the comments. And boys, if you enjoy this type of content, subscribing and liking the video, it means a lot to me, more than you think. And I'm live daily on Twitch doing more trade-ups, making profit. See you next video.